Hello all and welcome. This is True Tarot Dublin. I'm Monia and I'm your host today. So we are talking about you can learn how you can learn tarot. And I also will offer, few free readings. So if you have a question, please post in the comment like this post. And so let's proceed. Let me access to my page through my computer too, because I can see better your comments eventually, all right? So, whatever. I can see anything. I love Paul, Denise, and Jessica. So, why you should start to learn tarot, okay? There are so many bad, things about tarot. Tarot is the work of the devil, or even worse. Or to read tarot, you have to be a psychic for 20 generations and so on. That is absolutely not true. Tarot is while some like tarot to look into the future, in reality tarot is great tool to tune with your intuition and take out those answers that are already in there with you. So it's a beautiful tool to work with yourself, especially in any situation where you are happy, when you are less happy. So now a tarot deck has 78 tarot cards, okay? So can be, pretty scary at first. There is no need to learn, the meaning that you can find online or, in some kind of, tarot association website one by one, because to memorize 78 cards will be, the work of a life. But there are few tricks, okay, that you can use to break down, how this system works. Because in any case, this is not just a random collection of representation on each card. This is a system, okay? And that's why when you're looking into answer into your future, depending on what you want to know, for some question, it will be better to use a Lenormand deck, okay? For other questions, it will be maybe more advisable to use an angel card deck. So, tarot is a great tool, as I was saying before, to tap into your intuitivity and get the answer that will make you live to the highest version of yourself. With a tarot reading, always comes some kind of advice, but the beauty of tarot is that, from a tarot reading, you have some advice that you are free to take it or not, okay? Lisa Ma, hello, nice to see you. Of course, I will take questions later. Let me start with this short tutorial how you can learn tarot. And for everyone else, please like this post, and in a while when ask, because otherwise I got lost with all the comments, you can then ask your question and I will do a short reading for you. So I'm going to use, how to break, a tarot deck by showing this Golden Universal Tarot. This is a rather wide deck, which is very, popular in the in this part of the continent. Very much used in UK, especially in USA. In the old continent, the other system is with Marcel, and so if you go to France, to Italy, or to Spain, it's more likely that a tarot reader will use a Marcel deck. So, first of all, when you buy your tarot deck, okay, the card comes already in order, which is not casual, okay? So, first of all, let's start to break the tarot deck. The first 23 cards will be Major Arcana, okay? And they are numbered from 0 with the Fool to, let me see, 1 second, 20, 21, to 21, okay? To 21 with the World, which is the last card, okay? So, basically, this is the first, piece of the deck. And there are also a lot of tarot readers that just work with Major Arcana, okay? So there are different methods to use a tarot deck. Major Arcana, if we want to use the rule deck, usually when they pop out, are always indicating that there is, a major lesson in life that we are going through. So it's one of those experiences that we might have that will stay with us for a long time, a lesson to learn from, either if it's positive and negative, or negative, okay? So the things that you can start anyway is either with the Major Arcana, the Minor Arcana, or it's, to look also at numerology, okay? So, with 0, we have the Fool, okay? So, you want to start to learn tarot, what are you going to do? The best things that you can do is forget about the books. So you can go to the books on a later stage, but the best way that you can start to take notes and going within your intuitivity is what this representation tells you. Okay, now this depends a lot of which tarot deck you are going to use, because not all the tarot deck looks like this. This is, for instance, the same card from another deck from Jo Holland, which is a very renewed psychic, okay? And you see the word trust. This is the Light Sea Tarot, which is very, very, very popular now. And this is the Fool. They are similar, but not the same, okay? And then I have another, excuse me, exciting new deck, which is the Sacred Circle Tarot, a Celtic deck. And let's see what they have. Okay, they have this as what they call the Green Man, because this deck is based on Celtic mythology, okay? So you can see this. So, as you see, there are a very big difference. The imaging, the image can be very, very, very rich, like in this one, and a little less length in this one. Working with a Celtic deck, of course, if you know anything about, mythology, you can not just trying to write down how the card make you feel, but, what this Green Man represent to you, okay? And this is how basically you start to break down the the meaning of the major arcana, okay? So usually, because we also, you know, got through the numerology, this is a zero. A zero, it's not zero. Zero, it's all the number. It's like the color of black. Black, it's a color that contains all the colors, okay? Yes, indeed, the Celtic deck, it's really, really intense. So this is like, and all the tarot cards, the major arcana basically represent a journey, okay? They start with the Fool and end with the World. They can be representative of what we are going through, you know? So like we born, we make the first experience, we start to meet mentor, we start to learn our lessons, we are alone at the beginning because all the first major arcana, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, there is only one person, okay, in the middle usually. So this is the Magician. When basically in this journey you start to look around and see all the tools available for you, in which every creation is possible, okay? So this is the high potential stage. Then we have the High Priestess, in which we start to see and take into consideration not only what we see in our reality, but also the you know, things that comes with our ancestors, our the lesson that someone is passing us by. Then we have the Empress. And the Empress, of course, represents, you know, the creativity. And in the majority of the tarot card, the woman is pregnant, where pregnancy means the potentiality of creating something new. Then we have the Emperor, okay, where this is means, you know, stability, power. The Pope. And here when things start to change with the Lovers, because you see that we in the middle of this journey, there are multiple people, and the full image is, you know, more complex. You know, there are much way more things in the foreground and the background, and all the image becomes too more complex, okay? Lovers is when we start to relate with something external, so it's not like more tends to think a card that represents love, or, you know. Then there is the Chariot, you see, again. This is something, and also because become with number 7, when we are starting to consider other choices, and maybe we are too much on our plate, so we move slowly before taking a decision. Then there is the Strength, in which, you know, somehow we have to manage external forces, okay? And Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a change. So the Wheel of Fortune doesn't mean that you are going to win the lotto. The Wheel of Fortune means that, you know, one cycle is closing and another one is starting. So if you draw this card in a time in which you are going through something very, very difficult, then it means, you know, something good, you know, the opposite is coming through. And then so on. So you have all the other, you know, major arcana. And again, the first job that you have to do is to, you know, sit, you know, with the card, look at it, meditate with it, writing down any emotion that you feel by looking at the card, okay? So here we go. The stars, the moon, sun, the judgment, and the world. So this is it. Now, before I pass to the other two sections, which are the minor arcana and the core card, let me see. I start to answer a few questions. If anyone has a question, please let me know now, and I'll draw a card for you. Okay. I won't be able to see the comments before, so if you can put your question again, please, because if I scroll down with this phone, it doesn't work very well, so then I will finish the video and by touching the wrong button. So right now, if any of you has a question, you want me to draw some cards, please put in the comments, okay? Thank you. It's not cycle of a life, Paul. The Wheel of Fortune is simply something that's come to an end, another cycle is starting, and can be a job-related circle, relationship circle, cycle, sorry. So it's something that, sure, you want an angel card, Paul? I'm trying to... Let me see. All right. Work. Lisa, ma a card in general or about your change? Not too sure. General, it's very tricky. So let me see, Lisa, ma, if you can, elaborate a little bit on your question. Thank you. Let me close these tabs. Okay, an angel card for the coming week. An angel card for the coming week. Oh, well, angel cards are better when there are no conflicts, but let me see. For Paul, the coming week with an angel card. For the coming week, Paul, I hope you are ready. Ah! Oh, Jesus. Ah. Okay. I got two because, they come back together. So I think that there is no coincidence in the universe. So this is study. So there is study, not necessarily study like when you got to school. Study to me in this context, it means focus your attention on something that is important to you. Can be in any area of your life, can be in your work life, but there is something that probably you have been avoiding, to focus on, and taking, the feedback from your observation to, try to, I don't want to say change, but, to adjust things. And the second one, it's listening. So there is, this can be also listening to yourself, because, this combination between study and listening. to me is that you have to go within and focus on something that, you know, has been an issue for you, can be an emotional issue, to which you have not paid that much attention. So, all right, I see. All right, thank you, Lisa, ma'am. All right, let me see what I see with this angel card. Okay, for you, Lisa, ma'am. Listening is an ongoing thing, so, but I think that this time, Paul, you are really listening, focus on something very, very, very specific, not just listening in general, okay? So, let's see, Lisa, ma'am. You are very welcome. Oh, Lisa, ma'am. I'll take another one. I don't know. This two seems, you know, for your work situation. I have two beautiful cards. One is dreams, okay? And the other one is meditation, okay? Now, these are two cards for you, and you know, look at the image, because with the message there is also an image that will be more relevant for you than for me, okay? So try to focus on what you see on this card as well on this one, okay? I hope yeah. So dreams, I feel that maybe, you know, your dreams are coming true, and this is something that you have been most likely thinking for a long time, and I feel that, you know, something is taking form, okay? And so finally I feel that, you know, in work related issue you are going in the right direction. And following my intuition, I draw another card for you, which is power, okay? So again, this is always, you know, comes the advice, like a stereo advice, you know. Power, it means, you see, has the power, you know, in this image, the power comes out of a mouth, okay? I don't know if you can see, okay? You see these things, okay? So I really feel that, you know, this is your inner power finally coming out. So this is the message for you. I really feel that, you know, finally things are coming together, and they will still, you know, because in this image you have a lot of your clouds, you know, on the background, very, very black clouds. I think that your power, now it's a time for your power, you know, to for you to believe in it more than you believe in your doubts or your anxiety or this kind of thing. So I hope, Lisa, Ma, that was a useful, you know, message for you, okay? So let me see again. Thank you. And now, before I take other readings, very good, Lisa, ma'am. So then, in a tarot deck, you have four different. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. First of all, you have four suites. So there is coins or pentacles, wands, swords, and what else? And cups. Okay. So pentacles. This is at the minor arcana. All the four suites numbered from 1 to 10. Okay. So Now, the first things to break down, this big, huge deck is to assign a meaning that you don't assign, is assigned by, from Century. Each suite is more bringing out the energy of different aspects, We coins or pentacles. There is usually a message that it's not just about money, but everything that is practical in life. So this is the heart-based card, okay, that very often represent a heart sign, a star sign. So everything that is practical, everything that it's real, is represented by this card. And again, the best things that you can do is to go, by numerology, by one. One, it's always a new beginning, opportunity, potential. Number two is balance, duality, partnership also. Three, it's the initial achievement, okay, of goals, creativity, working in groups. Four is structure, manifestation, stability. With five, because we are in the middle of the deck, it's when things start, to, rear up. With the five, usually start the first, instability, conflict, there is a change, there is a challenge. Because again, you have to imagine the journey of these 10 numbers from 1 to 10, like a journey. So with the 5, okay? Yeah, what did I show you before? This was a 6, sorry. This is a 5 when things, start to being challenging. With the 6, this is usually the card of communication, the problem solving, the adjustment. So this is the, how do you say, the sun after the tempest, okay? With 7, it's when we usually sit and assess a situation. It's, when we already have enough knowledge to move forward and to reflect, to make more choices. Number 8, this is the movement, action, change, regeneration, accomplishment, okay? So we are almost at the end with number 9, which is when things come to fruition, when there is fulfillment, and this also near completion, okay? And you're almost at that, completing an action or something. And the 10 is the completion and the end of a cycle and a renewal, okay? So, and this is how basically you are starting to break down a reading, a deck. Then there are the court cards. The court cards are 4 for each suite. Is the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. So basically what happened with these 4 court cards, this is represent people, okay, or situation. And they don't necessarily represent age or sex, in my opinion, but they represent the stage that you can have at the very beginning with the page, which is discovery. Then when you start to, you already have an opinion and you start moving ahead, charging, going towards your goal. And this again, there is, the yin and yang with this, the queen and the king, because this is what is more masculine and more feminine, like an attitude. These are 2 people in power, but they use their power in a very different way, okay? The queen usually brings an energy of flexibility that the king doesn't have, okay? There is more compassion and there is more sense of justice with the king, okay? So moving forward, then we have the switch of swords. Swords represent the air sign, and this is because they represent our thoughts. So if in a reading you have the Ace of Swords, that it means that you have at the early stage of a new idea or a new enterprise or a new project, okay? With the Two of Swords, you have a choice, a mental, intellectual choice to be made, okay? So this is when maybe you are overwhelmed because you don't know what to do next, okay? Then we have the Wands, okay? And this card represents, energy, passion. And these cards are also associated with fire sign, like Leo, for instance. So this is the card of action, okay? After thinking with Swords, you start to go for it, okay? And finally, there are the Cups, which are associated with emotions. So this is the typical, card that would appear in a reading when you meet someone new that you are attracted to, okay? So, but this is also a new emotional state, so sometimes this card comes out when, a woman or a man have their first baby, because it's a new emotional experience. So, you see that how, after all, to work with such a big deck is something that can be very, very, very doable. It's not that you had to be the 10th generation psychic. That it's, a line for someone to, to me, it's a marketing line, okay? To say, okay, have a reading with me. Why you should have a reading with you? Because my mother before, and all the mother of the world since I was born were very, very psychic. Doesn't mean anything, in both of my family, there were women that were powerful in terms of energy, so what you will call medium. But it's also true that, apart from few exceptions, nobody was working with other people with their talent. So, to me, to say that I'm coming from, I don't know, the 5th or 6th generation of psychic, actually, it's not a line that I use when I have to promote myself. Because it's like saying, oh, I'm the 3rd generation doctor. My baby, all the doctors in your family were butchered. So, it's not because your father or your grandfather was a doctor that you're gonna be a very good doctor, if you grasp what I'm trying to say. And while it's true that, some psychic gift can run in some family, there are things that everybody, you don't need to be a psychic to learn to read tarot, okay? If you are a clairvoyant, maybe you won't become a clairvoyant, maybe you won't become a medium. And then I agree with that. But to learn tarot, you don't need to be a psychic, okay? Tarot, as I said, as I show you, is a very, structured system that you can break up piece by piece and make it yours. So it will be your tool, okay? It's like when you start to, painting, okay? If you have a talent as a painter, you can be Picasso or you can be Caravaggio, okay? So it's not that having the talent to paint will make you Caravaggio the second or Picasso the second. Maybe you will be more like Pollock or, I don't know, Rembrandt or any new one, or Warhol, Andy Warhol. So this is what I'm trying to say. The fact that you don't come from a generation of psychic doesn't mean anything. And I really feel that trying to use a tarot deck to connect with yourself, with your own creativity and intuition, it's one of the best gifts that you can give yourself, okay? Because you don't need to learn tarot to become a professional reader, okay? But you can read tarot to become the best version of yourself, to help yourself to see what's really going on inside of you, something that you want immediately see and address, okay? You can read yourself a card every day. You can read a card for yourself, I don't know, once a week or once a month. But this is something that I really feel that everybody should try, okay? So, and I think I'm finished now, unless somebody else want to ask me a question. I have my lovely card here. I have my Lenormand, which is again another system. And this is the card, for instance, if you want a yes or no. While with tarot, we have, choices given to us on how to approach a situation. If you really are desperate for a yes or no, like, will I get that job? Will they call me for an interview? Or I don't know, something like that. Cartomancy is what will give you simple, blunt, and honest answer, okay? If anyone want to try with a question with this, I can give you an example, okay? And then there are the angel card. The angel card actually are very good too. I love these too. And but one thing that that's the reason why a lot of people don't like angel card, because they tend always to be anyway kind. It's very, very, very uncommon to find a negative message in an angel card. So for some, I say, okay, I'm going to always to listen to something positive. So what's the point? The point is that when, if I draw a card for you, and you have some kind of, let's say, love issue, and the card for you is self-acceptance, okay? Then how do you relate this message to the situation? Let's say that you feel that your lover doesn't love you that much, okay? And this is another way in which you can go within, self-acceptance. Why did you get this message? Because probably, and I'm convinced by the law of attraction, that what we put outside comes back to us. Probably you are not loving yourself that much, okay? So, well, that depends. It's not harsh reality. Is let's say there are different shades, okay, in each system, okay. Sometimes for some kind of questions, when you need more insight, using cartomancy can be, very good to say yes or no, will go good, will go bad. but depends on what you want to achieve, because a reading can help you to see those aspects of the issue that you don't want to see or you are not yet able to see. So I'm not, saying that one method is better than another. It depends. And so when I work with my clients, what I do is first I choose intuitively a deck because I have many decks. Okay, so let's say, Lisa Marie, you come to me and before you ask the question, when I'm trying to connect with your energy, between this deck, and I don't know, the John Holland deck or the Celtic deck, I will say, okay, no, for Lisa Marie, for this reading, I will use the Sacred Circle Tarot, okay? And maybe you're coming to me with a love question, and then after you comes Paul, and I won't use this with him, not necessarily. So, because as I show you, different decks can give you a different perspective, and that's it's the power, of being a medium, a psychic, because that is me, the energy field directing me to the right tool to give the best answer possible. Okay, so if during the reading they need to clarify something, then it's what I usually do is to draw a card, or an angel card or an oracle card, because there are also oracle cards, okay, or a Lenormand card, okay. So it's like I don't know, when you prepare a dish, even the simple one, let's say boiled rice, you just don't need the rice, okay. The final product will be boiled rice, but you need rice, you need a pot, you need water, you need a lid, you need so a salt. So hello Vicky, if you want a card, let me know, and I have angel cards. If you have any question, you can ask me a question, I will answer, okay. So this is it. This is the way in which I work, okay, because I do this first of all because I like it, secondly because I think that I'm good in doing this, okay. And even if sometimes people are not very happy, but sometimes you are asking me a message, and then you will see the meaning of that, not immediately, but maybe after a few months. So because the universe always works in a very tricky ways. So and I work in this way. Then of course there are other people that work in a different way. For them it's just like a 9-to-5 job, so they just pull the card, they go, shoo, next one. So it's like a restaurant with different kind of food. Basically 10 different restaurants can offer different kind of food, but one is Chinese, one is French, one is in Italian, one is a takeaway, fast food. So at the end of the day, you will eat, but you will eat in a different way. So when you are going to choose a reader, choose someone that is in tune with you, because there are so many, okay. Then I feel that a reading is always a two-way job. It's an exchange of energy. So And yes, Lisa, I'm very happy. Thank you. You are very kind. And then, as I said, all the proceeds from this page through Tarot Dublin, they are going to, the support of animal feral cats, okay? Mostly feral cats and dogs, because I support, charity, and I'm personally paying for food for, a few colonies that nobody wants. And I have all my receipts to show you how much I spend every month to buy food for, cats in the care of some charities, or the one that I support, like people that don't have the means to feed their pets. So, the feral cats outside. So, to me, this is, I can, combine my passion for reading and get some yo-yos, some money for, how do you say, to look after, for me, animal rights, it's a very important, part of my life. So I'm an animal rights activist. So, and while I'm at it, please check our shop, okay? We have here at the Dublin Body and Mind Experience Online, the section with the shops. We have a shop online, and if you need incense, crystals, Palo Santo, incense holders, any, spell candles, crystals. We have, very, I don't have that many crystals, but all the crystals that I have are not made in China, are ethically sourced and manually tumbled. There is this lady in the States that has, a machine, a tumbler machine. So we have really cards. We have also, magic stuff like black salt and so on. I'm also available for consultation. So if you want to create your protection or mojo bag, very good, Lisa ma'am. If you want to create your mojo bag, so like say a protection bag for your home or for your I don't know, office, to improve your love life, or protection, or these kind of things, I simply tell you how to do it, and then you will make your own protection bag. If you are too lazy, I'll do one for you. Thank you, Paul. Yes, I hope you liked the Palo Santo. The Palo Santo, it's a really good one that we got it. And the incense, we have hand-rolled incense, so there is no slavery involved. And the process of there are 12 sticks unrolled, and all the proceed 150. It's what, because 10 sticks are €2, and 50 is just to cover the expenses, and 150 will go directly to this village in India. I don't make a cent out of that. Okay, thank you, Paul. Then, if you don't like the handmade incense, we have also a very good selection of Satia incense. So it's one of the best commercial incense. So again, I'm available for consultation, either for readings, and we had the 21st, okay, and for all the people that watched this video, for the next week I give a special offer, like a 30 minutes reading for €30. So this is valid from now to next Saturday, okay? For all the people that please to put some like on my page. And yes, I check it out. So, thank you. And so there is this special offer, 30 euro, any reading from tomorrow until next Saturday, okay? So if anyone wants a reading towards this condition, let me know. And I'm almost closing here now. Thank you for being with me. But if anyone, Vicky, let me know if you want. If anyone want, ask a question, I still have, a few minutes to read, to give a free reading here for a couple of people at least. Okay, let me watch the hour. So, yes, thank you, Lisa, ma'am. It's been very nice. So this is the best that we can do in these, crazy times. I see someone new. Hello, Brian. If you want a card, if you have a question, let me know. Sorry, I have to drink. It's not beer, it's just water. So, Paul, I think you bought from me also some incense. Which one? How was your experience with the incense you bought from us? Yeah, sure. What do you want to ask for, Frank? I'm going to stay another 10 minutes, so yes, I have time. You have a specific question, Lisa, for Frank? I'll take a Maggior Arcana for Frank. This is an ancient Italian deck, okay? Or should he move into retirement? This is an interesting combination. 22. Yeah, basically 2-2. Look, this is a very interesting combination, even if I see, by numerology. There is the Hermit for Frank, okay? This is La Corte dei Tarocchi, a very ancient Italian deck. And the Judgment, okay? And I feel that the best way for him to move into retirement, it's not to do everything alone, okay? The best thing for him to move into retirement is, to, first of all, to share the way he feels, and also to share his plan, because this transition from now and then will be way better if he can, think and be willing to embrace another kind of partnership, okay? I can be with you or with another family member for a project that I don't see still there, but I will, come out at some point. But I think the point that comes to me is sharing, okay? And not to do this emotionally alone, okay? So there is, a combination of things. Yes, this is why I feel. Very interesting duo. But it will go well, okay? Brian was asking how my job will go. I'll take another deck again for Brian, which I assume is a new job. Not too sure. Yeah, sometimes people ask questions like, I really have a crystal ball. I have many crystals, but, I cannot see through them. So for Brian, let me see. The word, it's the word reverse for you, Brian. So to me, this means that will really go very well if you are going to embrace all the differences, all the things that you are not used to. So don't fight what you don't necessarily are, how do you say, used to. I think that, different people and different situations can really bring you, a lot of more, there is more potentiality in those aspects that you still don't know. So don't take them as a challenge, but as an opportunity, okay? The losing bone for nearly hour. Not all the pack, just the losing sense, the Indian handmade. Yes, this is really good. And I really like the loose one, the lavender one, because it's absolutely not toxic. There are no chemicals whatsoever. And you can burn in the, bedroom, even before you go to bed without opening the window. But if you aren't sure, we also have the cones, the incense cones, that actually is the best. You just burn the, I think 1 hour before you go to bed, or even less, because a cone, it's very small, so one burn from 1 hour. So hello, Carlos. Bon dia, Carlos. I hope you are well. Yes, yes. The typical Frank doing things alone. Yes, well, yeah, you see what I usually say, the card never lies, okay? So, before I close this, and then I have another exciting talking tomorrow, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So please join me tomorrow. And I don't like this deck. I'll take another card. You are very welcome, Brian. All the best. But things looks to me very positive. So don't be scared of what is new, okay? You can do this. Let me see. I want one of these. So before I go, one message for the butterfly affirmation, okay, for everything here, okay. Let's see what it is, universal message for all the people that are watching this today. And unfortunately I had to close this because the battery on my phone is low. This is a message for everyone that was here in this live. Forgiveness helps me to let go and move on with my life, opening up to new and loving experiences. What do you think? What do you mean, my booking details? If you want to book an appointment with me, I will post, yes, the special offer. But anyone that want to book with me an appointment or a consultation for crystal therapy, or you can just, and yes, at this point, I will do the same offer, €30 for Which one for Elaine? The butterfly affirmation? Which card do you want for Elaine? I have to go soon because the battery is dying on my phone. But I will be tomorrow morning for another exciting video and workshop, and also tomorrow afternoon. So there are all the details online on the website Mind Body Experience, and so follow up and please connect with me. It's always lovely to see. I'll take you one card. Okay, for Elaine. For Elaine, we have the 4. So 4, it's the number of stability and opportunity beckons. Can you see this? This is for Elaine. It's a lovely message. So keep looking, Elaine, and keep thinking positive, because what you give out comes back to you. And actually, even if you cannot see right now, what you desire is out there and waiting only for you to embrace it, okay? So be positive. It's not so gloom as you think. So thank you very much for being with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.